Now when we have this first part created, let's create another part. Select this first element in hierarchy, right click, new component, select sheet metal as it is already selected, and let's call this component door. Material, choose the same material as base part, steel, material that we created previously, and press OK. Now we have this new component created. We will hide this first part by clicking here on this icon, and we will first create a sketch. We will center this sketch to the origin, middle of this side with origin, middle of this side. How we can find this, where is middle? We press shift, hold shift and go to this line. When this shows, that means it is center of that line. Click on that, click here, and it is constrained. And now we will add dimensions. Dimensions will be the same as dimensions for base. So we had here 500 millimeters and here 800 millimeters, and finish the sketch. Now go to this first sheet metal command, select our rectangle and click OK. Now we have doors. We will add elements here as we added on base part. Select all 4 edges and click, and let's say 20, and press enter. Now we have this second part that we call door. Now when we have both parts created, I will unhide this first part. So we have door and this base part. Let's add some more details to make all this process more interesting. Let's first add some colors to these parts. We go to modify appearance. Also, we can just press A on keyboard. So press A and we have appearance, or we have go to modify and go to appearance. So we have this first part, and I will duplicate this part and edit this other this copy of this part. I will edit, right click and edit. Now I can move this, let's say here, and we will see what. Now we have this red color, and I will assign that color to our door and close this. Other very interesting thing is that we can use parameters that can help us in our work, whatever we do in Fusion. I will first select this base part, and here in timeline, I will go back in timeline, let's say to here. I will double click this sketch and see how this parameters is named. It is named D1. D1, this is, I guess, D2, yes. Now we can left these parameters as D1 and D2. Also we can give them some other name. How we can give them name? Let's say this is width equals to 500, and this is height. So instead d2 we will say height equals to 800. So now we have these two parameters created. We will finish sketch and go. We can go to end of our timeline by clicking here, or let's undo this, or moving this line to the end of the timeline, or to the point where we need to be. Now we will go to end of the timeline, and we have now this are two parts. Now I will select door, and we will have in timeline only door elements. I will go to this sketch of our doors, our first sketch doors, and we have here the 11 parameter. But as we remember, we said that this parameter in our base is called width. So I will type width, and as soon as I start typing, our parameter shows, and I will press enter. So we have width here. We have this fx letters. That means it is in function of some other element. Also here we have height, and press enter. So we have these two dimensions as parameters. We will finish sketch. And what will now happen? I will select this first element in a hierarchy, go to the end of the timeline, and go to modify, change parameters. Now I can type here width, and we have parameter width here. So if I change this parameter, let's say what happens on our parts. Our parts are, so if I change here, instead of 500, I type 1000. Both of our elements update. So this width is now 1000. The same goes with height or with any other parameter. Now I will again find width parameter, and instead of 1500, and enter, and it will update. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this tutorial, make sure to subscribe and share the video with your friends, family and colleagues who might find it useful.